Welcome back to the garage. Today we have something hopefully fun and interesting. This is one of those modern replica Carter WOs. I believe the JMP is Joe's Motor Pool. And I'm already liking the sticker on here, vintage style. Looks kind of cool. Yeah. Came very well packaged. Now, full disclosure, I did already open this up just to check it out, but we're gonna go check it out again for your benefit. And we're gonna do that right next to the old one, just for some comparison. Alright, so there's really no good place to put my makeshift camera stand and this in the same frame, so we'll kind of do it this way, I guess. Thing looks absolutely mint. It sure looks just like it should. Sitting right next to this guy, they certainly do look alike. Of course, it being brand new, it's show quality. Very similar markings. It does have a few differences. It lacks the, what's that, 146-249 that this one does. But otherwise, it looks very, very similar. A few differences up here. The triangle tags on the back instead of the front. Don't think that particularly matters. But most importantly, all that slop doesn't exist on this one. It feels like it should. It looks like it should. I'm looking forward to installing this guy and see if it runs like it should. Now, for reference, it does appear to come with the correct carburetor tools for setting the metering rod and making sure you got that float set correctly. It also comes with a couple new nuts to hold it on, a couple of the correct split washers, a 9-degree fitting for the fuel line, and honestly, I don't know what this is for. It's possible that I'm missing something on my old one. Actually, I know I'm missing something on my old one. This thing right here that holds the throttle cable, in my case, is just missing. But that one looks like it has a bit of a thread on it for screws, so I don't know what would hold that. It does look like they've put, I don't know if that's red paint. Let's see if I can get that on the camera. I don't know if they put red paint on this or if that's red Loctite, but it seems as though from the factory they've got the set screw set where it needs to be. And I'm assuming the idle screw is set about where it should be as well. Of course, once we get this thing on, we'll do some tuning on it and see how that goes. But guys, honestly, I'm kind of impressed right now. This thing looks very clean. I mean, you can see a casting mark here on the top, but even the original one has a really rough looking casting mark, so when they made these things, they cleaned them up pretty well and made them, you know, beautifully presentable. So this thing is, like I said a couple of times before, this is going to be just a nice, shiny, beautiful thing on a rust bucket of an engine. Now, I don't know that I'll do a whole video of installing this thing. It's a couple of linkages and bolt and just swap out. You know, it's not that complicated. So here's you a quick before of the old one. And here they are side by side. It's got the right patent numbers. Here's what I was talking about. It doesn't have that little bit of number on the bottom. Just the Carter logo instead of that. Those casting marks. Lot cleaner. This section just a little bit different. I don't know which revision of Carter WO the Joe's Motor Pool one is based on. But guys, it looks right. It looks correct. It feels lots more solid because it's new. Let's get this thing installed and see how that works out. Now, I'm not intending to use this as a comparison video for people to reference and understand, but I mean, there are differences. Carter logo, no Carter logo. You know, Carter logo's in the correct places. Those details are right. I don't see any details that are wrong because I honestly lack experience with these. All I know is that this one's just tired and worn out after a rebuild. It still doesn't work, so. The triangle tag is flipped. For some reason it comes on the back on the new one. That one reads, focus. It reads 539S, but the camera won't behave. And my existing one, of course, was a 636SA, so. But let's get it installed. Well, I wasn't intending on giving you the play-by-play, but things are already different. When I put the linkage on here, it's already needing to pull back a little bit. Is there really that much? Huh. That's interesting. Sitting here trying to fit these cables through, and I'm realizing, you know, it would probably be a nice time to go through and swap out the old rusty throttle and choke cables for the new ones I already have. That'd be the right thing to do. I think I'll hold off on that and give me a little winter weather project to do later. And there we have it installed. Took a minute. I'm still second guessing my choice here not to put the new cables on just yet, but I think this will do, at least for now. Choke works well enough, and that's kind of the one I need right now. Throttle sort of works. Feels a little bit better. Let's get some gas in it and see how it cranks. Okay, well, the Honda, of course, had to come to the rescue of the Jeep. Modern reliability, man. But, carbs on, battery was toast. See if it just fires right up right now. Come on. You were doing so well. Battery can't be that dead. I do have an interference problem here on this rod here. It keeps hitting the body of the throttle, so that's something to be aware of. Should not need to choke this thing. Fire! Arg! Battery must be really, really weak right now because it'll probably start when jumped. Yep. Yeah, she runs when jumped. So I must have let that battery get pretty weak. The turn spring is pretty good. I try to pull the throttle and it pulls it right back. The old one didn't do that. Up there shaking. Wobbling, shaking so much. I don't know, it doesn't sound all that healthy right now. Ow. Ow, ow, ow. By the way, that insulator is not good right there. Just bit the crap out of me. Owie. Better. Yeah, that boot right there got torn. It bites. Well, it's not running as evenly as it was before. Feels like it's missing now. I have to look into that. I think I'm gonna have to consult some experts on this one, because to me, that still does not sound even. Doesn't sound quite right. Had to sort out that bit of exposed metal that bit me earlier. I'll have to replace that with high temperature stuff later. It certainly runs. Compared to the old one up there, it actually runs. And it's got the choke off right now, so it's running actually well, all things considered. I guess we'll see.